Hello everyone, here's the tutorial video for the Claude Scripter extension. This is an After Effects extension that will enable you, using a specific prompt, to automate numerous tasks, virtually anything you desire, within After Effects to streamline your workflow. So to begin, in order to set up this extension, once you have successfully installed it, you will need to input your API key. Within the Help tab, you will find a link that will direct you to Claude's official website, which belongs to Anthropic, where you can then proceed to create your own API key. And it's generally a process that doesn't take a long time, usually less than 5 minutes, to generate your API key. Once that's done, in the Settings tab, you can input your API key here, press Save Settings, and from that moment on, the extension will be ready. You'll then see a Library tab, which is currently empty, and you'll notice it will gradually fill up as we create our own scripts. This is the main tab where you can generate your scripts. I've already prepared a list of small prompts here that are totally doable with the extension. For example, we're going to try to automatically create compositions. So I said, create 8 vertical compositions and 5 square compositions. I'm just going to copy-paste this prompt. You can obviously write in this window. I'm just copy-pasting it for the tutorial. After that, you will select your model. I'll use Opus because it's supposedly the most powerful model from Claude. But then, you can see there's Haiku that we can select. There's also the Sonnet Legacy and Sonnet 4.5. Presumably, Opus and Sonnet are the two most powerful ones. Here, I'm going to use Opus. I'll click on Generate and Run. And then, normally, you'll see my compositions are created automatically. So I get 8 vertical compositions and 5 square compositions that were created. Here's the code that was generated. My compositions were properly generated on the left, so I have my vertical compositions. But the most important thing is the script's name that was added to the library. And here, you can see there's a Create Multi-Composition script in the Utility category that was added. And in my library, you can see that my script has been added here. And what's really great is that now we'll be able to select it and use it as many times as we want, because it's now truly saved within the extension. So I can still execute it. I can also rename it. For example, I can delete format from here, and then I have my script that is created in my library. And all of this, it's done automatically with the help of AI. So this is the utility category, which was automatically generated, including the automatic script's name and its creation date. We can also try out some other scripts. For example, we could create a simple hello text that lasts for 5 seconds. All these are just examples, of course, but you can create pretty much anything you want, as long as it's simple enough for the AI to understand what you're trying to create. So there, normally it created my text, which indeed lasts 5 seconds. We can also create automatic fade-ins and outs on my texts. I'm going to specify that I'd like a fade in and out of 1 second. We will then generate that. And then you're going to see that normally my text will have some key images that we'll see right here. And the fade-in-out effect has been successfully added to my text. In my library, I have my new scripts, which were automatically placed into a text animation category, along with my fade-in-out script and my hello script. I forgot to mention that the descriptions you see appearing automatically are also automatically generated by Claude AI. So that's incredibly practical. We don't have to manually input our descriptions ourselves. Okay, for example, I will create some other texts, hello. You see that it's really very fast. Once it's been generated once, it's very quick the other times. Let's say I want to add fade-ins and fade-outs to all the texts in my project. I can use this fade-in-out script, activate it, and here is the result. We can create things that are a bit more complex. For instance, we could generate a 50 by 50 square, which is a square shape that rotates with increasing speed. We'll see if it worked correctly. If I press play, sure enough, we have a rotation that's getting faster and faster. Since I don't really agree with the category he created, I can easily create a new category here and call it Shapes. I press Enter, and then I'm able to move my brand new script within the Shapes tab. I can also create various scripts that will automate specific expressions for me. For instance, the wiggle expression is a good example. I'll create a script that's going to apply this particular expression to all of the selected layers. I'll simply copy this, and then I'm going to paste it right into my designated box here. You can see that I have a wiggle of 10, just as I specified. And the really good thing is that once again, my wiggle is still right here. I can select it, I can put it in utility if I want, and I'll apply it, for example, to my first 3 texts here. I press Run here. And there, you can see that the 3 selected texts have the wiggle tool. You know pretty much everything. The last feature, or rather the last 2 I haven't mentioned, is the script search function. Here, for example, I want to search for rotation scripts. I can type rotating, and I get my scripts that contain the word rotating. And finally, one last thing, I can favorite the scripts I want. For example, let's favorite this script and this script here. And I have my 2 scripts that are favorited, and I can use them at any time. And it's a simpler way to organize the scripts that I'll often use later on. So that's the end of this tutorial.
想要吗？先截图，主页连结加 Line 或 TG， 私信发你。